Hello, fight fans. I'm that boxing writer, Jeremy Harridges, and welcome to Boxing and Coffee, where I try to get your morning started off right with talking about a little bit of boxing and drinking some coffee. Uh, Make sure that you guys check out some of my other videos. Make sure to like, subscribe. Something new that I'm trying out, bringing the two worlds of boxing and coffee together. Two things that get me going in the morning. So let's talk. Make sure to like and subscribe the videos. Also, I'm going to ask you guys for some help too. Right now, I'm rocking Death Wish coffee. It's the super caffeinated coffee that has a kick to it. All right. But if I continue to do this, I'm going to need some other coffees. I think I've got my next two coffees lined up. But if there's something out there that you guys are seeing or that you've tried before or that kind of defeats the purpose if you've tried it, but if there's a coffee that you've maybe seen on Amazon or in the store and you're like, I wonder what that coffee's like, give me a comment down below. Let me know. Tell me some coffees that you would like to see me try on the show, and I'll give you my honest opinion. If it's a bad coffee, I'm not going to continue doing it for the entire week or the entire month, as I'm doing with Death Wish right now. Pause. But I'll make sure to try out the coffees that you guys suggest. I'm a huge coffee guy, love coffee, willing to try any coffee out. All you got to do is comment below, give me some coffee names, and I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say. So now talking about boxing on this, let's check the date. I don't even know what date it is. It's Wednesday, March 10th. It's a good day. It's a good day because there's boxing on a Wednesday, which means it's ShoBox, the next generation. This is the 20th anniversary of ShoBox. So this has been going on for 20 years, this show, which is bringing prospects on television, giving them a platform, a chance to prove themselves before heading up to the next level. As you've probably seen in some of their trailers for ShoBox, they've cataloged a number of amazing fighters that have been on there, going all the way down to Andre Ward, who had a pretty storied career, Hall of Famer, legend, undefeated. And we've still got some great prospects. And today, the main event, Brandun Lee versus Samuel Teah, we're going to be talking about that one specifically. But before we do that, a few other things to let you guys know about. I've got some good interviews lined up, so you're going to want to make sure to come back to this YouTube channel. You can subscribe, hit the alert button if you like to know when they're up. But I will be talking later on today to Clay Collard. You may know Clay from his days in the ESPN bubble during last year, where he had quite a nice run. Lost his last fight, but he's also an MMA fighter, and he will be going into the PFL lightweight tournament. So I'm going to be talking to him about that. I'll be talking to him about boxing, how he balances the two. I mean, it's crazy to think about a guy engaging in two combat sports and not just one, and he knows them both very well. So we're going to be talking about that. Later on in the week, I'm also going to be talking to super bantamweight Jose Gonzalez, also nicknamed Chocolatito, and we'll be talking about what he's got going on, kind of balancing his career with boxing. There's a whole cool backstory with Jose Gonzalez, and I can't wait for you guys to check out that interview. I was supposed to talk to Hector Tanahara, 19-0, 5 KOs, lightweight, young guy, 24, very promising. He was supposed to be on the main event for the March 18th Ring City USA show. Unfortunately, he is ill, had to withdraw from the fight. So now he was going to be fighting Alberto Machado in Puerto Rico for Ring City USA. Big fight. I mean, Alberto Machado, former WBA super featherweight champion, and now he's out. So very unfortunate to see that. However, Ring City USA doing its due diligence, putting together a fantastic replacement card. Alberto Machado still fighting, and now he's taking on Angel Fierro. Very good fighter, still very competitive. So kudos to Ring City USA for still keeping a great main event on the card, keeping this thing moving. Ring City USA is off to a hot start in 2021, so it's going to be exciting to watch that show, and that's on Thursday, March 18th. Again, more boxing during the week. Gotta love that. So ShoBox tonight. Obviously, Brandon Lee is the headliner. I had my article on fansided.com talking about him, hyping. He doesn't even need hype. He should already be hyped as it is. His record, his numbers, the things that he's done speak for themselves. Uh, I've got my interview with him up right now on fansided.com. Go check it out. Fansided.com/boxing. It's right there, front and center. And you hear his backstory. And my favorite story about him is how he won his first national title at the age of 9 using only his left hand. That was his father's training methodology that, hey, I want you to fight this entire tournament using your left hand. Can't use the right. Let's build up your left hand, and then we will build up the right hand. I think he had a box for some like year and a half just using his left hand. And then, okay, you got that one down. Now let's introduce the right hand, and let's develop that one. That must have been something to see. A 9-year-old Brandon Lee beating people up with the left hand only. People must have been out of it like, what is going on? Is there something wrong? Did he break his right hand? Wait, no, he couldn't have. He didn't even throw it. What a trip, and what a great story. But there's more to his story than just that, and there's a lot more to Brandon Lee than just that. I think he's a guy with a lot of depth, and I know that he doesn't get the attention on social media that we were just talking about that some other boxers get. But talking to him, he described himself as a very quiet person, someone that's a homebody, just likes to hang around home, not terribly social, keeps to himself. And yeah, that might not get you a whole bunch of social media followers, but it might keep you a little happier as we see that social media does have a double-edged sword. It can be a great source of happiness. It can be connect people. It can be this great thing. At the same time, it can also really weigh down your mental health and cause depression and bring unwanted attention. It's not all attention is good attention. So I think that's something to keep in mind here. I didn't think this would turn into a moralizing session on social media, but that's kind of what we're looking at. So yeah, he's not the most active there. He's focused entirely on boxing. And he's doing it well. I know some critics out there might say, well, hey, he hasn't really fought a huge test yet. Well, he's working up the rankings right now. Remember, he's only 21 years old. Give him some time, give him space. I know people want this immediacy now. I want to see him perform now. I want to see if he could be a champion now. He's 21. He's still growing. He's still learning. Give him time. He's being brought up the right way. Taking a look at his record, 21-0, 19 KOs. Let him keep adding onto that resume. Give him some time. He doesn't need to win a title this year or next year or the year after. I mean, winning a title as a 26-year-old is an accomplishment. He's only 21. So give him some time to really mature and learn in the ring. I think he's off to a great start, and I think he's doing things the right way. And his opposition, it's not bad. He's got, kind of like the guys with like a 15-2 record, 16-3, 12-4. And now he's taking on a guy that's 17-3-1 in Samuel Teah, who's got some experience. Definitely a step up in opponent. But if he can blow this guy out, that shows you the type of talent that's there, how explosive Brandon Lee is. And I think that's what you're going to see tonight. Right now, I'm taking a look at this clip with when he knocked out Jimmy Williams 2 fights ago, and it was a scary knockout. I mean, Jimmy was out before he hit the canvas. So I'm going to play this for you guys, and let's take a look. Hold on. I got to go to the front and play. That overhand right, he's out, and then down. Almost falls out of the ring. I mean, that was a scary knockout. That's one where you look at and you're in awe, and it's sensational, but it's also scary. Jimmy Williams was okay, fortunately, and but that's the type of knockout Brandon Lee is capable of producing. But I'm expecting big things from Brandon Lee tonight. I think if you've never seen him fight tonight, make sure to check him out. ShoBox The Next Generation on Showtime. 9 p.m. Eastern time is when it's going to start off. And it's a nice card. Looking at the fights that they have lined up, this is the great matchmaking that's being done on this show. taking a look at welterweight, Brian Norman Jr. 18-0, taking on Benjamin Whitaker 15-4. Misael Lopez 11-0, taking on Jordan White, who's 10-1, super featherweight. And then Victor Padilla, lightweight, 8-0 versus Thomas Velasquez, 10-0-1. And then finally the main the main prelim bout, or the main undercard bout before Brandon Lee versus Samuel Teah. You've got Steven Ortiz 11-0 versus Jeremy Hill 14-0. Two undefeated guys at lightweight. That's a fun fight. So you've got competitive fights on ShoBox tonight. Check it out. Obviously, the crown jewel there is Brandon Lee, but are we going to see someone else that catches our eye? Jeremy Hill or Steven Ortiz, Victor Padilla, Misael Lopez, Brian Norman Jr., all undefeated guys on there. So it's really fantastic to see a card like this. Young guys, check them out because you never know. You might be seeing the next star in the making. Get in on the ground floor. These are the types of shows that you want to see if you're a boxing fan, that gets you into a fighter. Because again, I think ShoBox has a history of giving a platform to future stars. I have a feeling Brandon Lee could be one of those next big stars. So that's all I got for today. Make sure to like, subscribe. Check out my work at fansided.com/boxing. Also, my personal website, if you guys want to see some of the other stuff that I've done, thatboxingwriter.com, Twitter @aboxingwriter, Instagram @thatboxingwriter. Thank you for hanging out with me in the morning. This is Boxing and Coffee. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.